Perasan tak 27 hari bulan ni Insta360 akan keluarkan satu produk terbaru dan dijangka produk tersebut adalah Insta360 Go 3 bye.
There you are.
Ace Vlog In. Alright guys, you dapat Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Insta360 Go 3 bye. Go 3 bye. Agak interesting dia punya feature tu. So jom sama-sama kita tengok.
So in a few days time, we're going to have a new Insta360 camera that has just been teased. But I'm going to tell you exactly what that camera is, and I'm going to share with you the first ever photos to be seen on the internet.
Aha. So basically sebenarnya Insta360 ada keluarkan lah satu video.
Confirm that in a few days time,
So dia tengah terangkan lah
Go 3 will
pasal
be
video tu.
launched. And oh my word, is it very intriguing? So what we can tell from previous videos released is that this new Insta360 Go 3 will in fact be 4K. Now how do I know that? Well, if you look at the original launch video from the Insta360 Go 2, you'll find that all of those videos maxed out at 1440p. And that was the max resolution from the Go 2. But now this latest video, which shows footage from the new Go 3, is at 4K. And that tells me that this new camera is going to be capable of 4K video. Very exciting, as it's still that same small form factor. So from the leaked image, you can tell that there's a flip-out screen that flips from the back.
So dijangka produk yang bakal dikeluarkan oleh Insta360 adalah Insta360 Go 3 dan berkemungkinan akan ada resolution 4K. Kalau macam Insta360 Go 2 yang aku pakai sekarang ni, dia punya maximum resolution adalah 2.7K sahaja dan dijangka kalau ikut video ni lah. Kita tak tahu lagi macam mana dia punya full produk. Kalau ikut video ni, kemungkinan ia adalah produk Insta360 Go 2 yang akan keluar ni dan dapat resolution sampai 4K. Jom kita sama tengok video ni.
To face you, so that if you're in selfie mode, you can see the screen in front of you. And then you can fold it back, and then it will act as if it's a standard action camera. And it's got a hinge at the top, as we can see, and the image is provided by them themselves, and that's confirmed by this new leaked image. My source also suggests...
So based on video yang dah dikeluarkan, video pendek yang dikeluarkan oleh Insta360 sendiri, so kemungkinan untuk Insta360 Go 3 ni akan ada screen by. Akan ada flip screen. Tapi kita tak tahu, itu adalah jangkaan saja daripada based on video yang aku tengok ni. Sebab ada banyak reaction video dekat rumah merah tu. Tapi ini adalah antara yang paling detail sekali lah. Dia terangkan based on video pendek yang Insta360 tu release je. Jom kita sama tengok video.
There's a wider field of view and you're going to be able to reframe around it. So not quite as much as 360 video, but something along the lines of 180 degree, which is a bit bigger than the Go 2's field of view. Now, if you look at the actual camera in this leaked image, you can see that it does look quite round as a lens on a 360 camera would be. And there are clues in the launch video as well, like reframes within the image, like it goes from the girl running away and then pans down to the front of the vehicle that's chasing her, and there's a few occurrences of that throughout that launch video.
Iklan pula. Kejap. Video ni agak panjang sikit, so kalau yang berminat dia akan tengok sampai habis.
Now at the end of the video, it also mentions a tiny revolution. Now that could have multiple meanings, which often these things do. It could be that it's a little bit better than the Go 2, so a tiny amount of revolutionary technology that's into it. It could be saying that now we've got 4K with horizon leveling, full 360. But it also does kind of clue us into the fact that this is going to be the Insta360 Go 3, a tiny revolution. And again, we know that's the case now from this leaked image I'm bringing you. And I think that's kind of why they wanted the thumb in the videos that they released. So we can see it in those launch videos. Look, this is the size of a thumb, just like the Insta360 Go and Go 2 were before. One of the more intriguing features is that now we're going to have a screen and we're going to be able to potentially see what we're filming whilst the camera is separate from this screen dock piece. Now, why do I think that's the case? I think they're giving us the clue by the fact that they're showing in the thumbnail to the YouTube video, as well as in the video when it's got that section where it zooms out of the person doing the slam dunk in basketball and then shows lots of multiple screens. If you film a screen that is connected to the camera you're filming with, you get this sort of effect where it shows multiples of that image and just goes off into infinity.
Wish. Memang mind blowing lah. Kalau ini Insta360 Go 3 dan dalam masa yang sama, kalau macam untuk Insta360 Go 2, kita tak boleh nak tengok screen. Kita tak ada screen kat kamera tu ataupun kat casing ni pun, just ada LED screen yang biasa untuk kita tukar mode dan sebagainya. Tapi untuk tengok video yang kita dah record untuk Insta360 Go 2, dia tak ada lagi. So kemungkinan untuk Insta360 Go 3 ni akan ada screen. Dan body dia tu adalah screen dan kita boleh cabut juga kamera kecil. Sama macam Insta360 Go 2 yang kita boleh bawa kamera kecil dan juga kita boleh sambung balik kepada dia punya badan tu dan kita boleh dapat screen. Whoosh.
And it also happens if you've got two mirrors either side of you, say in a lift, and you look to the side and there's reflections from reflections, and it's going both ways. And so I believe that they're telling us that when we're filming and we're separated, the image that you're recording is going to be displayed on this screen, even when you're not connected directly in with the camera. And what tells me this is the blue light. The blue light occurs on the Go 2 when the dock is connected to the camera. It's lit blue. So that tells me that, yeah, we're going to be able to connect and potentially see what we're recording. The distance probably isn't going to be that vast, but it's going to be enough to make it worthwhile as a feature. So, very excited to see that. In the supplied images as well, we can see that there are ridges on the side of what looks to be a button on the main body of the camera, or the dock, as you might call it. Now, those things are usually there when you've got a sort of slide mechanism. So, not a button that you necessarily push
Bajet ada tu lain cerita. Aku nak tengok dia punya produk dulu macam mana.
When you go up and down it. So, it's probably going to be the mechanism to release the screen. So, the screen isn't flopping about. You need to release it in order to fold it up. That's my take from that. So, in the thumbnail to the YouTube video they made, you can see it clearer than in the actual video. Now, the back of the Go 3 when it's out of the dock, it looks to have something at the top in the back. Now, initially I thought that might just be a place to put a lanyard. On closer inspection, it could be one of those buttons that are slightly recessed in and an unusual shape so as not to accidentally press them. And it might be something that you can use with your thumb to press the button to start recording that way, which I think is quite good, because otherwise the button being on the front is probably better only if you're doing it in selfie mode, whereas if you want to hold it forwards and then press on the back, that'd be really, really good. But it could also just be where the connectors are in order to connect the camera to the dock. So my source also tells me that while the Insta360 Go 3 is docked, it's going to be a very similar size to most other action cameras such as the GoPro 11, which means it's kind of going to be a rival in a way. There is the shutter button on the top, which is similar to all other action cameras, and there's also two buttons on the side, but you're going to be able to control the camera from the touch screen interface as well. So if we look at the leaked photo, we can also see that on the front of the Go 3, it looks as though it's got the indicator light in the same place. Now, that indicator light might also act as the action button, and that was the button you used to operate the shutter if it wasn't connected to the dock. But underneath, there's what looks like potentially a microphone, so there might be more microphones on this camera than previous cameras, or that could be another lanyard hole, or that could be where the button is and they've just kind of rejigged it, changed the shape a little bit. So these leaks are really making for an exciting new camera on the horizon from Insta360. And if they really have packed 4K...
Bila aku tengok kepada penerangan dia, kita bakal terima banyak kejutan lah untuk produk yang berkemungkinan ada possibility ia adalah Insta360 Go 3. Kalau betul Insta360 Go 3, lepas tu ini adalah feature-feature yang disebut dalam video ni. Oh, memang upgrade gila-gila lah. Memang upgrade kau-kau lah daripada Insta360 Go 2. By the way, aku tengok video ni dekat channel Rush Media. So, you guys boleh pergi tengok kat sana lah untuk penerangan yang lebih jelas. Aku tak sabar.